Hey guys, so character demo for Genshin Impact. Raiden Shogun, Judgment of Euthymia, which Euthymia is mental state or tranquility, which we know all does not really have at this moment, and she's trying to find it. And so, trying to find a peaceful state, something familiar, something like, eternity, never changing. Hence why she's got this whole vision hunt decree thing, which she's taking away people's visions. She's trying to kind of get back what she lost, I guess. So she's trying to find that inner peace, but she's not doing a very good job of it. It's going to take a few plucky travelers to convince her what she's doing is wrong. But yeah, so here we go.
In the land of the Narukami, centuries pass without change. Deep in the heart of the city stands the lofty abode of the Raiden Shogun. She looks down upon her realm at mortal joys and woes, and sees a world mired in impermanence. By mighty lightning, she rules over the transients. Trivial yearning and petty passion, they vanish like a mist, but the Shogun pursues, unfettered and unperturbed eternity.
Only through eternity are you closest to the heavenly principles. Lightning is eternal. The world is but shadow. Fantasy can only survive with an underlying reality. Reality is the stillness buried deep beneath the illusion. This is eternity. Torn to oblivion! Waking world, you seem woven from the stuff of dreams. All shall fade away.
Okay, so the one thing I had to point out, where is it? Here. It just shows the lack of tranquility and mental peace she has. If this is like her own little personal, like mental realm almost. And look how it is. It's broken, it's shattered, it's falling apart, it's dead, essentially. It's not very nice to look at. You've got this sinister, evil, ominous, reddish, uh, blood red sky. Um, so she's trying to find this peaceful tranquility, but this is essentially what her mind looks like. I mean, you could use this as what her mind looks like. It's fractured, it's broken, from years and years of losing people. So this is the state of mind she had. It's broken and shattered. Now, if you were able to see inside Venti's or Zhongli's, if they were, you know, if they have the same thing, we just haven't seen it. Maybe they have this little place that they go to retreat. You can bet that Venti's is probably full of, fun stuff. He's carefree. He knows his place in the world. He, he knows he's an Archon, but he is the Archon of Freedom, which means he really doesn't want to get involved with things. He'd rather mingle with the people rather than tell them what to do or rule over them. Zhongli, same thing. He'd rather be amongst the mortals rather than, command them. So his will probably be very serene and very tranquil and very beautiful. Somewhere where I just imagine, a small table where he just sits and he can drink by himself and contemplate things. But her, because her mind's been shattered by loss and this and that, it's like a wasteland in there. Um, the ground is nothing but like dirt and almost like concrete, mostly dirt and sand, and you can see she's trying, she's meditating, trying to find that peace, because that's why do people meditate? To find that peace. But it seems like no matter how hard she tries, her mind is always this. And she continues to do it, hoping she's going to find some kind of, stability, but just doesn't happen. She has too much hatred right now. But yeah, I think this really, really great imagery for her state of mind. I mean, she's not evil. She's just one of those people like, oh, I've lost so many people, and But like I said in the last one, she's, I think, the youngest of the Archons. So she's lost people. Imagine how many people Zhongli, who is 6,000 years old, imagine how many people he's lost. He's perfectly fine. I'm sure there might have been a moment where he was like, grieving, but I don't think he was like, I'm going to take people's visions away. They don't remember Osmanthus one. I don't think that happened. But then also we've got the visionless, the masterless vision. I like how they kept the Booba sword, how that sword is actually one of her skills. I mean, she's a pretty cool character. Lightning has always been really cool. I mean, because it's so fucking devastating, destructive. But not when you're a playable character. It's not. She can go around as a regular Archon, just annihilate anyone she comes across. But then she becomes a playable character, and she becomes just as useless as some other characters. She has the power of Electro, but yet, nope. It's just like Zhongli and Venti. It's like you have these literal gods, and you become playable, and they get so weak. Like Zhongli's Meteor of Death. Yeah, that should do more than just petrify them and take away a little bit of damage. No, that thing should be like planet busting, considering how big that thing is. Cause small craters. Venti's able to lift mountains and fucking eat them over with his wind, and so, but then they become playable, and it's like, I've got some arrows, point, point, point. Ooh, little tornadoes. Ooh. So, and then this one looks like it's the two sides of her. She's got her more cold, not sinister. She's not evil. Broken form, and then it kind of goes over to her more pure, tranquil form that she doesn't have. I mean, this form is in there somewhere. She just has to remember it. And you can kind of tell. Let me go back to that. Because you see, one side has the weapon, one side doesn't. There's her weapon right here. This one doesn't have a weapon. This is the good part of her. This is the side that's tranquil. This is the one that we saw in the other one, where she's sitting around with her friends. She's happy. And this is her now, cold and You know, you can even kind of tell by her eyes that this is the more tranquil one. Look how her eyes are here, very cold, very non-caring. And here we have more opened eyes. They show love and compassion, and so this is her good side. And you can tell also this one's faded out a little bit. If you see, it's black or like a shadow because they're shadows of each other. So it's great imagery here, really is. The Booba sword. At first, I thought this was going to be a one-off thing where it's going to be just a cutscene where she fucking pulls a sword out of her chest. But no, this is a legit thing they show all the time. It's one of her moves. I think it's her, just her regular, was it E skill? I know. Wait, I don't remember which one it was. No, I think this was her elemental burst. Her elemental skill, I think, is her getting this stuff behind her, and then her elemental skill is she pulls out her sword and and stuff like that. Or maybe it's reverse. I don't know. We'll have to wait till tomorrow. I think. I think that's when her banner comes out. So we'll have to listen to Sasuke and see what he has to say about it. But yeah, great imagery for her. This shattered, broken Archon who has experienced loss and hasn't been able to handle it very well, and has become this cold, bitter, not really tyrannical because she still takes care of her people, but she's not as caring as, say, Zhongli or Venti. Um, so, but yeah, great imagery with the mental state of her. The mental state right here, and what we just saw, the two sides of her, the warrior the powerful Archon side, and this more sensitive, vulnerable side. So really great imagery. But anyways, yeah. So that's gonna do it for me. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.